Good morning.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, Senator Warren. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?
We're doing well. So thanks for getting up so early in the morning to talk to us.
I'm delighted to do it.
So you've got a big event happening tomorrow in New Bedford, a town hall meeting. Tell us what that's going to be all about.
So I'm going to do a town hall tomorrow. Doors open at 11 o'clock. The event begins at noon. It's going to be at the Greater New Bedford Regional VOTEC. And I got to tell you, town halls are fun. A lot of people show up usually. I talk a little bit, and then I take as many questions as we can possibly get in from the audience. And then if anybody wants to, we stay afterwards and take selfies.
Are you ready for like some of those controversial questions?
You bet. I take whatever people want to do. There's no pre-screening the questions, so people can ask whatever they want.
Let's start off with one right off the bat. I mean, you're coming to New Bedford here. Is it linguist or shootie?
I go with whatever the locals tell me.
Well, so listen, all kidding aside, I put up on my Facebook page last night that we're going to be talking to you, and I couldn't believe, like, out of the woodwork, just people going crazy, like losing their minds, and like these are friends of mine, like Facebook friends of mine, and I'm like, wow, I just can't imagine what it must be like to have that coming at you all the time.
It's like a lot of things. These are hard times right now. There are hard times in Washington, and people are divided on some really central, important issues, and they are important. So people feel passionately invested. But the other half of that is there are a lot of things that we passionately agree on and get out there and fight for every single day. I think that's how democracy works best.
I feel like people have to remember that we're all Americans. I don't mean, I know that's like a bumper sticker kind of thing, like, we're not Democrats or Republicans, we're all Americans. But I think like we really have to somehow find our way back to that place.
I agree with you completely. We're all Americans, and we're trying to build a future together.
I mean, that's definitely what we need. But when people disagree these days, it's not like, I disagree with you about a particular policy. It's almost like I have to paint you as an evil person or un-American or just a bad person. And that goes for both sides. Let me ask you this. Do you think there are people who voted for the president who are good people?
Of course.
I'm sure you'll agree that too often it feels like Republicans and Democrats need to make the case that if you disagree with me, you're a racist or you're somehow immoral. There's so much name-calling, you just can't get to the heart of an issue.
I hate it when it feels like that's the case, when it feels like you can't really get to the heart of what we're trying to do, to, as you say, trying to build a future together as a country. But I like to think there are still lots of places where we do work together. In fact, I'll give you an example. I have a new bill to deal with the opioid problem.
Big problem. I mean, talk about, you're coming to New Bedford tomorrow. Yep. No place in the state knows more about that than this place.
Yep. And here's the deal. Opioid addiction and other forms of addiction, they don't just hit Democrats or just Republicans. They don't just affect families who are on one side of a political divide or on the other. They're hitting us all. I'm coming to the point that I believe there aren't many families left in Massachusetts who haven't been touched one way or another by addiction and by losing someone in their family, either because the person died from an overdose or is just lost down that rabbit hole of addiction. And there are things we can do as a country. I sit on the HELP committee, and we are about to move forward on a bill that's bipartisan, Democrats and Republicans, both voting for it, to help fight back. And then I have a bill with others that identifies we got to put more money into dealing with this so that people can actually get the treatment they need. And I'm really trying to push this not on a partisan basis. This isn't a score for one side or the other. It's what we need to do as a people to address a problem that's hitting all of our families.
Talking to Senator Warren. She's going to have a town hall meeting tomorrow at Greater New Bedford VOTEC. Senator, I know you don't have much time. Quick question. Do you want to run against the president in 2020?
I am not running for president in 2020. I am focused on my 2018 reelection. I have a reelection race coming up in 6 months right now, and I'm focused on that and the kinds of things we've just been talking about. I'm focused on the issues, the places where we need to do better right now. That's the stuff I'm focused on every single day.
This could be your chance, though, to run against Kanye West. So, I mean, just saying.
I think I could take a pass on that.
Senator Warren, thank you so much for calling into the Michael Rock Show. We appreciate that.
Thank you. It's good to talk with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing a whole lot of people tomorrow at the town hall. We'll have fun.